Hello everybody, welcome back to another election prediction video. In this scenario we have Kamala Harris picking Pete Buttigieg as her VP candidate. Now I think Pete Buttigieg would be the worst VP candidate for Harris to pick. Even though he is a good speaker, he doesn't really add anything to the ticket, and I think quite frankly, he hurts the ticket. Again, I don't think America's ready to elect a ticket that has a black woman and a gay man on it. That's kind of just the truth here. I just don't think it would work out. I think you need to balance a ticket with a white, straight male on the ticket just to help balance it some more. And I just don't think Pete Buttigieg really adds anything. He doesn't really have governing experience as a governor or a senator. He's just been in an executive position. So I don't think he has the right experience either that would really help him out in an election like this. So let's get right started with this. So Iowa and Ohio instantly are just safe Republican states. Again, they're off the board in this scenario. Nor will Harris really campaign in either of these two states. Colorado's off the board. Same with New Mexico and Virginia. I don't really think Trump has any chance at actually winning these states now, considering Harris is surging pretty much everywhere. Texas and Florida, again, I don't think Pete Buttigieg really adds anything, and I think he hurts Harris in these states. So I have these, they're more conservative states as well. I have these states both as likely Republican in this scenario. Even North Carolina, I think Pete Buttigieg hurts Harris a bit, shifting it from tilt R typically to a lean R state. Going into New Hampshire and Maine, I don't think Pete Buttigieg really affects much here, so these states remain as likely blue states. Maine second goes down to likely R, though, just because Harris is doing pretty decent in Maine, especially in that recent poll that came out having her up by 8 or 9 points. Going over to Nevada and to Arizona, Democrats do have a Latino problem right now in some of these polls. They're not doing as well with Latinos like they did back in 2020. And immigration's a pretty big issue for the state of Arizona, which is why Trump's narrowly ahead here unless Harris picks Mark Kelly, which is why I have Arizona's tilt Republican. And Nevada, I do think Trump's no taxes and tips policy will definitely help him in the state of Nevada, which is why I have it as a lean Republican state in this scenario. Nebraska second also drops down to about a lean blue state. Again, I don't think Pete Buttigieg adds much to the ticket. He's probably one of the weakest VP picks on the list. So I think Harris should avoid picking him because this would cost her the election, I would believe. The state of Minnesota would still remain likely blue, but again, she could do a lot better in the state of Minnesota. Instead of winning it by like 5 in this scenario, she could win it by 7 if she picked a good VP candidate. The state of Georgia, even with high black turnout, I think Pete Buttigieg is a VP pick. It would hurt her here. Again, there's a lot of rural voters that she could maybe even win over. She could at least hurt the margins for Republicans in these rural areas with a straight white male candidate for her VP. So that would probably be enough to tip the scales here, even those like tiny little suburban movements, maybe like just centrist moderate voters you might lose by picking Pete Buttigieg. She doesn't really add much to. So I think that'll be enough, even with high black turnout, to cause her to lose Georgia if she picks Pete Buttigieg. She would still win the state of Michigan. Pete Buttigieg currently resides in this state, so maybe there's a tiny home state advantage here, even though he is from Indiana, but he resides here in the state of Michigan. But I think she was going to win Michigan anyway without Pete Buttigieg. This is one of her more favorable blue wall / Rust Belt states. However, the election in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania, I think this Buttigieg hurts her overall. I think he doesn't add much, and it's a missed opportunity for Harris if that were to happen. If she picks Buttigieg as the VP candidate, I think he would hurt her in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania, which is why I have these as tilt Republican states. But there's a lot of tilt states here. But I think Pete Buttigieg, he's not the way to go for a candidate overall. But that's my current election prediction. If it was Harris picking Pete Buttigieg as her VP candidate. Let me know what you think of this video down in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. And if you're new to this channel, I'd highly recommend subscribing if you enjoy videos like this. Other than that, thanks so much for watching.